Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I truly do hope that over the months and years that we've been putting out this message that you need to be prepared, that you've all been heeding the warning. And for those of you that are not yet prepared, there's good news. I have a couple of things to talk about on how you can get prepared now if you're not prepared, as far as having enough food put away to last you a good amount of time. Just in case, ladies and gentlemen, because this is getting real. In the past, I've often spoken about that when the mainstream media, when it comes out in the mainstream that things are running out, it's because they're already running out. They're already out. They don't tell you ahead of time. We do that. All right? We do that. The alternative media or the alternative sites like here on YouTube, we tell you ahead of time, hey, listen, get prepared. Only because things look like they're good today doesn't mean that they're going to be good tomorrow. It's not fear-mongering, it's just common sense. And here they're telling us empty grocery store shelves could take months to get restocked. And ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter what the fault is. It doesn't matter what they blame it on. It doesn't matter whether you think that what they're blaming it on is valid or not. All that matters is, can you get that loaf of bread? Can you get that 25-pound bag of flour? Can you get that rice? Can you get those beans? Can you get the meat that your family is used to eating on a weekly basis? Supply chain issues lead to empty grocery store shelves. Grocery store shelves are empty yet again, and it could reportedly be months before they are restocked. Ladies and gentlemen, I truly do hope that you're heeding the warning. I truly do hope that you have stocked up your pantries and that you're good to go. You know, I've heard the words hoarder so many times, but I'll tell you what, all of these people that go out there and call those of us that prepared slow and steady, that little by little added to their stock in order to make sure that their families had what they needed. In case something like this happened, what they're telling you right now, those people are going to be in a bad way because they spent all their time and energy and they spent all their extra funds going on vacations and going to Disney World instead of stocking up and making sure that they have what they needed. This is going to start to get real. I've often said in the past that I think that between 2022 and 2024, mainly 2024, that's when things are going to really hit an apex. So we still have time. And even though store shelves are running empty, there's one thing that I think that you can do. Well, a couple of things really, but we'll get to that here in a minute. There's a couple of things that I think that you can do in order to still stock up and stock up en masse, meaning have a full and deep pantry going forward. Grocery store shelves are empty yet again, and it could reportedly be months before they are restocked. Industry insiders say the supply chain struggle is not a quick fix, thanks to labor shortages and inflation. And I would have to agree to that as well, ladies and gentlemen, because labor shortages are due, in my opinion, to inflation. The government has been putting out so much free money over the last year and a half, that people don't want to go back to work. And those that are willing to go back to work are finding out that the money that they're being offered is not worth anything. So that $15 an hour thing that was a big thing here. Have you heard anyone talk about $15 an hour? We want $15 an hour. Have you heard anyone talk about that? Have you heard any protests going on? Like we were hearing here a year and a half, 2 years ago. $15 an hour, $15 an hour. I haven't heard that. Why? Because $15 an hour ain't no good no more. All right, ladies and gentlemen? When the government prints so much money, when it inflates the money supply as much as it has in the last couple of years, to the tune of 25 to 30 to 40% of all the money that's ever existed in the history of our nation, printed in 2 years, money becomes worthless, and that $15 an hour is no longer good. Now you need $20, $25, $30 an hour. I've heard of fast food restaurants like in California and Texas offering like $19, $21 an hour to start. Ladies and gentlemen, money is becoming worthless. And that is making people not want to go back to work because their labor to them is worth more than the paper that they are being offered. Industry insiders say the supply chain struggle is not a quick fix thanks to labor shortages and inflation. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is something that we've talked about in the past. In the past, we've talked about that when supplies start to run short, that stores are going to be going to off-brand goods. That they're going to have a shrinkage in the number of brands that they offer and start going to off-brand goods. And that's what they're saying here. Some grocery stores reportedly turning to off-brands to keep up with stock. And some hard-to-get items include beef, pork, eggs, and maple syrup. Not sure if you all know, but there is a maple syrup shortage. I do believe that Canada had to dip into their emergency reserves in order to keep maple syrup on the shelves. And that just makes me think of all of the times that I've gone to Costco and picked up one extra maple syrup bottle for 12, 13 bucks over the years. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not just about maple syrup. It's about everything else. Am I worried about a maple syrup shortage? First of all, it's not something that you need to live. It's something that you like to have. It's something nice to have every once in a while. But if you do this with everything, you're going to be all right in the long run. And they continue to say that this comes as this variant and cases continue to rise, fueling a workforce shortage, including a shortage of truckers, warehouse workers, and meat cutters. Shoppers took out their frustration on Twitter by sharing photos of their local grocery stores and tagging #BareShelvsBiden. Does it really matter, ladies and gentlemen? And that's my point. People get so tunnel visioned. Does it really matter whose fault it is now? When you had the time months ago and years ago to stock up. Listen to yourselves. Stock up. You know that in the back of your head, you're telling yourselves, I do need to have some extra. Listen to yourselves. Stock up. It's not for the end of the world. It's just so that your kids can eat. This issue could intensify and continue for at least the next 6 months. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what. I see no end in sight. Because what I see is that by the time that maybe we don't have a worker shortage anymore, that maybe we do have enough truckers, that the weather is going to be playing a major factor in our food production. All right, but that's another issue for another video. Now, if you're finding yourselves with stores near you that are empty, one thing that you can do, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Find a Sam's Club or a Costco near you. These stores, they are membership stores. So they usually are a lot better stocked. Why? Because the general public doesn't go in them. Usually, people that go to Costco and Sam's Club, I think I read somewhere that are upper middle class or above. But that doesn't matter. All right? If you can afford to get a $60 membership to a Costco or a Sam's Club, go get it and go stock up. Because membership stores, in my opinion, they have a much better stock than your average grocery stores that everyone can go into. Right? So it may be worth your while to invest that $60 or whatever it may be, $55, on a membership to go stock up. This is the time to do it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, time is starting to run out. There is going to come a time where they are going to have to ration what they give us. Will that be this year? I have no idea. I don't know if that will be this year or next year. I don't know. But do you want to be prepared for when that time gets here? Because there will be a time when that happens. All right, ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell you what. Nutrient survival, all right, are preppers. Okay, nutrient survival are preppers. If you go to a lot of other long-term food storage companies, you'll see that they are out of stock on this, out of stock on that. Now, I know that nutrient survival, that if you go buy from them, is first come, first served basis. So if you order something from them, they're going to put you on queue. So you're going to be behind whoever is in front of you, right? But they have the product. They wouldn't have it on there for sale unless they have the product. So I was talking to my rep over there, Becky, and Eric Christensen, who's the CEO, And I was talking to them, how are you going to be able to keep up with demand now that all of these foods are becoming unavailable? And what they told me is that they were prepped. They've got over a year and a half supply of all of the materials that they need in order to make the product that they put out there for sale. So if you do need something, ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the market for long-term food storage, nutrient survival, you already know. If you've been here for a while, you already know what I'm going to say. They're the best survival food company in the world. Period. They are the most nutrient dense that there is. And what do you need when you eat? Why are you eating? You're eating to get nutrients. You're eating for nutrition. That's what your body craves. It's the proper nutrition. So if you haven't taken a look at Nutrient Survival, take a look at them. I am affiliated with them. The link is down below, right? And if you do decide to purchase something from them, at checkout, use my code AP10 or AP10 and you get 10% off your entire purchase. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you have a great day. We will see you on Friday during our live stream. Hopefully, unless something comes up. Have a great day. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place. And you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. I'm Alaska Prepper. I'm out.